I got all the time in the world, and then boom, it's here, and you're scrambling. So we take the scramble out of it. We take the stress out of it. It's all the joy, none of the hassle, none of the stress, none of that. And Tom Castaldi is here with us to tell us about something that is a tradition on many holiday tables, this delicious Smithfield ham. But not one, two hams.
Right.
And you're getting a lot of delicious ham that you can eat every single speck of, and all you have to do is heat and eat, or not even. You can eat it at room temperature.
You can, because it's fully cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done all the work at Smithfield. And I always like to point out, Carolyn, it's a great shot right here. This is not a deli-style ham you might find in a grocery store. This is a center-cut classic Smithfield ham. 78 years we've been making these hams the same way. Cook them in their natural juices. We smoke it over real hardwood. We honey glaze it, and then we spiral slice it all the way through.
Wow.
So it is fully prepared. You can thaw it and eat it, or you can thaw it and gently warm it at home and have just a wonderful warm meal.
Is there a bone in there?
There's no bone.
Oh my gosh,
There's no bone.
Really, you're not paying for something that makes it heavier, so you pay by the pound, right? And then you got to throw that away. So you're going to eat every single speck of this, and it comes with the honey glazes as well. So
it does.
You're getting 2 3 to 4 pound spiral sliced hams. Now, let me just tell you, the value on this is tremendous, because at the Smithfield website, one of these exact size hams is $49.99. Now, our price is $20 more, and you get 2 of the same size hams. So by my calculations, I'm saving $30.
You are.
I'm saving $30 by getting the set of 2 from QVC. And chances are, if you're having a large gathering, you're going to need both. If you're not, this is something that you can leave one in the freezer.
You can.
And just cook one at a time.
You can. It's great for both a smaller household or a larger household. And again, I think one of the points that is so important with the Smithfield ham, as I mentioned, 78 years, it's an authentic, natural taste. But because there's no bone, you mentioned, Carolyn, you see here, there's no fat.
Right.
So I love bone-in hams, but sometimes you never know around the bone. They can tend to be a little bit more marbled.
And the closer you get into the center, the more of it is fat and not meat. So this is something that you'll be able to eat every single speck. And as I taste it, I already know what I'm going to be tasting, because I love Smithfield ham. It's never salty. It's never injected with those extra liquids, which then cause it to get all dried out when you heat it up, right?
Exactly right. Yeah, it's essentially taking shortcuts. You speed up the flavor.
That is mild, delicious.
Thank you.
Not so much ham is so salty, right? You need a big glass of water after a piece of ham. Not with the Smithfield.
Thank you. And again, I think that goes back to 78 years we've been making these hams the same way. We don't use liquid smoke. We don't add water. We have an authentic taste that it's kind of the way you remember a ham tasting when you're a child at your grandmother's table. You can't find hams like this many places anymore. When it's a center cut, and it's not a pressed ham. It is center cut, classic Smithfield ham.
Right, and that's important to note, because often when you see ham that's in this form, it is a pressed meat type of a thing. This is not a cold cut. This is not a lunch meat. This is a genuine, delicious, boneless, spiral sliced ham without the bone.
It is.
And we are busy on the lines for the immediate ship date. Let me tell you, that's very limited. If you want to get these right away, we have only about 200 to go around of the sets of 2 to ship out immediately. Otherwise, we also have ship dates of the week of November 10th and the week of December 8th. We also have an auto delivery option for you, which is excellent, because you get 2 more shipments in 2015. One in April in time for Easter and spring season, and then another one in November in time for the holiday season again next year. You will lock in today's price. You will lock in today's easy pay if you go for the auto delivery. And of course, those shipments also include your shipping charge.
They do.
Just like today.
Fully included. And you know, one thing I always like to mention too is if you order the November or December ship weeks, these hams are not even produced yet. So they're not sitting around in a warehouse or a grocery aisle. These will be made to order, and you'll get the freshest ham that Smithfield produces right at your doorstep.
Now tell me, how do I, if I want to heat this up, and it is going to come to me frozen?
It'll come to you frozen.
Okay.
So what you want to do is thaw it out overnight, okay? And then if you're going to warm it, and you don't have to, but if you're going to warm it 325 degrees
Okay.
for about 20 to 30 minutes, and I always love to recommend warm the ham face down
Okay.
like this. It'll maintain the moistness of the ham.
Okay.
Put a little tin foil over it, 20, 30 minutes, and it will maintain its moistness, and you'll just have a glistening ham like you see here. Because the worst thing, you don't want to overwarm a ham that's already been cooked.
Of course not.
Right.
And then you can add the glaze to it afterward or during.
Either or. Yeah.
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
I would suggest if your husband is like my husband, who does all these drive-bys and peels off a few layers every time, you might be wiser to put it in the oven so he doesn't know where it is.
Exactly right.
At least till you're ready to have dinner. But you can eat it just at room temperature if you'd like to as well. And of course, you can leave the other one in the freezer if you don't need to prepare both of them at the same time.
Right.
I just think these are delicious. Again, you're getting 3 easy payments, no matter which ship date you choose. 3 payments of just $23.33, and that includes your shipping and handling. And let me repeat, this is a great value because at the Smithfield website, one of these hams, just one of the exact same size, is $49.99. Here, for $20 more, you get 2 of the hams at that exact same size. Instead of buying 2 of them separately from Smithfield, you get the set here and you save $30.
Yeah, it's a tremendous value, and it's one we've been here at QVC now 10 years. We've been 78 years of heritage and tradition. Generations have been serving Smithfield hams, and I think, like QVC, the trust factor of knowing on your holiday table you will have a ham that will not disappoint is what we really love to try to stress here at Smithfield.
And thank you, Tom. You know, it is delicious, and it's easier. You know, for folks that are Grammys and Pop-Pops, I know a lot of you are watching right now, like my mom and dad, it's easier. It's not a big, cumbersome bone-in ham that you have to deal with. You know, it's heavy. You throw away part of what you pay for, and, you know, then again, you know, sorry, Brian, I just lost my earpiece. I'm going to take it out. We'll get me a new one. You actually are going to eat every single speck, and it's easier to maneuver. And also, it's just as delicious as a bone-in spiral sliced ham.
It is, because it is one.
It's not a pressed ham.
Right. No, it's not. It is so important to see marbling in a ham. If you don't see the white veins of marbling here, this is where all the flavor is in a boneless ham. And sometimes with a bone-in ham, you get loads and loads of marbling, which it tends to be fatty and chewy, and this is lean, it is moist, and I have to say it's delicious.
And again, we have 3 ship dates. Now, December is our most popular. As you can see, there's a lot of them ordered, over 1,200 now in this presentation. If you want December, it is getting limited. Wow, already.
How about that?
And we just started showing this to you. December 8th week is very popular because a lot of people have ham for Christmas dinner. Also, the week of November 10th is available because lots of other folks will prepare a turkey and a ham.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you have folks visiting for Thanksgiving and you don't want to have turkey